the Simpit. I'm your host, Sean Cole. But the real star of today's show, and boy do I mean it today, is the Simpit patron group. The patron team, the patron support team for the Simpit is one of the reasons we are still in the business, one of the reasons we are able to keep things going here on the show. And without that group, it would be so much different. So today is one of those days that I really focus all of my attention on them collectively as a group. And one of the things we do is we have a monthly patron appreciation trophy race, and sometimes we even do it twice a month if we're behind schedule. But anyway, we are here at Phoenix Road Course. This is the vintage or the legacy version of Phoenix Road Course. We are here for racing in the, oh my, it's so crazy, the 34 Ford Legends Coupe. This is a twitchy, crazy little car that is so much fun to drive. It's a really good, fun car track combination that, funny enough, smoothness really rewards this car. It's really amazing how this thing drives like the real deal, even though it's such a fun little fun machine. So we are under qualifying right now, which means I have about 10 minutes to kind of explain or let you know what's going on. I'll bring up the results here in a moment. The guys are under qualifying, and in fact, I think I still have their audio on. I should probably turn that off for a moment just in case. So let's mute that just to make sure, because they might start talking, but it should be pretty quiet there. Again, they're under qualifying. I need to wet my whistle here. So we are going to have a couple of things going on. We're running two races. We're running a sprint race followed by the main race, or like heat racing almost. We are going to take the results from the first race, and we are going to invert the top 8 for the second race. The second race being longer, giving the faster drivers plenty of time to work their way through the grid, but it should keep things fairly exciting and one of those randomizers. This is one of those car track combos that no matter how fast you are, one small mistake on that late entry into turn 1, hit that bump wrong, and you go around. So even the best might make mistakes here, and that should keep the action exciting and fun as well. So do we have any qualifying results yet? Qualifying is underway. We have 2 minutes, 29 seconds of a 10-minute qualifying. So we have plenty of time. Guys could still be going to the bathroom, getting their coffee ready, whatever they need to do as a pre-race ritual. So we're pretty good to go. I might need to take a little break. We have an intermission of 15 minutes between the two races. So during that time, I'll probably step away for a moment and take care of some things and then come back. So anyway, let me take a swig of coffee and then we'll go through the leaderboard so far. But again, this still could change. Plenty of time left in qualifying. We have a very good turnout for today's race. I'm very happy. And that's another thing I want to say as I thank and talk about the patron group. Not everyone can make it here. This time slot might not work. Some guys might not even be in iRacing. Our group goes way beyond. But we do have a good, strong turnout. Let me see if I can get a count here. Let's see here. No, I can't. Not till positions get done. But George Sandman so far leading the way with a 107.671. He was fastest in practice. Andrew Leach, 107.857. He was second fastest in practice. Wayne Roberts has jumped up to P3. Joa Antonio has jumped up to P4. And this is still all provisional, or at least they get 3 laps, and I really wish we could watch. But that's the one downside of what we have. So what else is going on? Above me, we've got the leader of the race. So I'm going to put that camera on the leader of the race all race long. And then on the main camera, the big camera here, we will focus on the good racing action and any battles that we want to keep our eye on during the race. I've kind of zoomed things in a little bit. We're trying a different layout. I'll make a background that kind of makes it. But what we're going to do is if I'll normally turn off our leaderboard here. Devin, maybe we'll talk about other leaderboard solutions for this one. I'm not sure. But anyway, I'll make a background to cover up. But I'm going to leave this up a lot of times so you can see who we're focusing on. So as you can see me scrolling, well, it won't show me the names here. But as we change, you'll be able to see who we're actually watching if I don't call it for you. So what else is going on here? 5 minutes halfway through. As things cruise along, I'm wondering, well, maybe I should go to the bathroom before Well, then let's see here. This one should be able to watch then. Oh, that's not the game. Hold on, bear with me. This one says a spotter. Oh, spectator. I'm not a spectator, I'm a spotter. I should try to join that as a spectator in the future when it's not my racing. Oh, my dog's barking. My brother's not feeling well today. So I know he's trying to sleep on the couch, and I just heard the dog go crazy barking. All right, Andrew Leach has jumped up P1 in qualifying with a 107.473. This is a fixed setup, so everybody's playing under the same terms. I noticed my pictures covering that up. There we go. Yeah, I it's a habit of joining by spotting me because 9 out of 10 things I do is that way. But I can remember in the future. So what's our time check? We have 3.5 minutes. 3.5 minutes. Our first race. Let's look at our info tab. And our first race here is 12 laps. And then we'll have a 15-minute break. And then we have our feature of 24 laps with inverting top 8, as I mentioned. No need for tires, no need for fuel in this race, this scenario. Oh, I actually did that on purpose because I didn't like the... I'll show you what I mean. We can play with that, though, Devin. That's this keyboard. Whoops. You mean this one? Is this the one you mean? Oh, I see what you mean about cutoff. Yeah, what happened there? Yeah, it's doing a weird scaling or some... I think that's how I like it. Is that big enough? Alright, I think we got that sorted. I have the wrong keyboard in my lap. Getting everything all comfortable here. All right. 8 minutes in, so we have a little bit over a minute and a half. I'm going to go ahead and get my mic on. And we're going to go ahead and say hello to and bring on the guys. Hey, guys, how y'all doing?
Hello.
I noticed Tyson hasn't, but Tyson is pretty known for not qualifying. It seems to be one of his theories of iRacing. Andrew Leach, amazing lap, 107.473 on the pole for heat race number 1, or event race 1. George Sandman, number 2, 107.617. Wayne Roberts, 108.030 in third. Joa Antonio, 108.226. Morano Jr. in fifth with a 108.246. Ostrike, Jameson, Dudek, McLeod, Carl, that is our top 10. And Payne, Van Morik, White, Estep, Martinez, Landis will round out our grid. Awesome. Good work, you guys. So, alright, we got some of the people who should be in the race watching you guys, so a little added pressure. That's always fun. I just mentioned on the stream the format, so just in case anybody came in late, we have a 12-lap race number 1. 12 laps. We'll have a 15-minute break. We're going to invert the top 8 finishers for heat race or main event. 24 laps. And should be exciting. If you do have a problem, I mean, there are moments that get crazy. Just know there are other drivers out there, so you get a little crazy wiggly, just know that might be the time someone's coming inside of you, and get out of the way.
Whoa.
just please let it lay. Why?
I stayed quiet.
Oh, all right. They are getting ready to grid up, but they're going to have to wait the full 2 minutes because I'm not gridding up and I'm in the race.
Boy.
No, I got David Payne ahead of me.
So
I'd like to dedicate my first lap to the man who has to work today, who's probably watching.
Blair.
All right, we're going to focus
Let
on
me
the
guess.
leader.
I'm by Joa.
Some of us.
Just a guess.
Focus on
Yeah.
the leader,
Well, hang on.
Andrew
You-
Leach up
You
there.
know what my rear
I'm
end looks
good.
like by now.
Boom. Oh,
Yeah.
Let's make sure we're... yeah. Boom.
I like to thank
Alright.
Brian for taking me out in turn 1. Might as well get it out of the way.
Mark, do you want to jump in
No
there?
problem. You're welcome. Oh boy.
All right, here we go. Here we go. We are going to go ahead and... So you guys... Oh, why is Trading Paints giving me a fit?
Trading paints.
Can't hear
Can't hear you,
you, Joe.
Bujo.
I don't think he was meaning to press it.
Oh.
I was adjusting my screen to little boxes.
Oh.
That Trading Paints looks like it's...
All right, now, which one's Joa? Is that the
31. Yep.
fireball?
All right, so one more time through the grid.
I thought you knew what my
everybody.
rear end looked like by now.
Andrew Leach.
Well, your paints always change.
I know, I have to
Andrew
keep away
Leach,
from you.
George Sandman, Paul Antonio, Wayne Roberts, Brian Ostrike,
You should just-
Anthony
you just need to
Morano,
put a target on the
Tom
back.
Dudek, Lonnie Jameson, Brandon
Baseball's
Carl,
delivery.
Caleb McLeod, Brandon Carl, David Payne, Wouter Van
You gotta do a
Wert,
full
Andrew
lap.
White, Kenneth Eastep, Andrew White, William Martinez, Tyson Landis. As we see the Porsche pace car taking him out through that transition from the banking into the inner portion
You're behind,
of the road course.
John.
Here.
Just here for the S-bar.
Thank you. Make sure we're up. Thank you very much.
We're coming up to the carousel.
Yep, yep. Coming up
What
to the
car's Red
carousel.
Apple driving?
Yeah.
Okay, wait.
real
Yeah, I'm
quick.
with you. I'm with you. I know what you mean. I'm with you.
Wide berth.
I'm on the pony.
I'm gonna make
Ooh,
sure this
here's
one's
stuff.
current just to be overly cautious.
I'm on the elephant.
I can't get my legs around the elephant.
Kangaroo.
You got it. Thank you. Thank you.
I am resisting.
Not resisting.
Stop resisting.
All right, Andrew Leach, kind of all alone. Sandman holding back just a little bit, bringing it up on that outside lane as they're going to start 2x2 configuration. Should be a pretty exciting run. That's a lot of little legends to get down there into turn 1. Joe is requesting all the drivers in the 107s, please report to the inspection tent. We might be running light on something.
Yep. Yeah, 'cause there's no way that's possible.
Fixed setup. Hey, Bobby Rutz, how you doing? My voice is quiet because I'm trying to not wake my brother.
I totally missed that.
Oh, here he goes, here he goes. Sandman on the outside, Leach the inside, gets a good break out front.
Whoa!
And I see, oh,
yeah,
Morano
yeah.
Jr. Looks like Morano Jr. We're going to have to go back and get a replay after things get sorted. Morano Jr. hit that inner wall.
Looks like
Looks
hit the inside wall.
everybody
I hit
else
the wall.
got through smooth. Morano Jr., one of our top drivers, actually. Let's get a replay, see what happened there to him. On the inside lane, just clips the wall and goes around and it looks like it's that Ostrike who clipped him just a little bit. See somebody else
Nope.
off into the grass. No?
I cleared him.
All right, let's get back. Andrew Leach up front. George Sandman still in second. And Wayne Roberts running in third place. Joe Antonio in
What's
fourth.
that?
Lonnie Jameson in fifth place. And a little bit of a gap back to Caleb McLeod. And we got
I
two
see you there,
wide
Boot
now.
Show.
We got some racing here going on between Tom Dudek in the 83. And let's see, that's Brian Ostrike in that 24, who I thought had got clipped, but looks like he was clean through that Morano incident.
Yeah, I clipped the wall coming on the back straight.
And good 2x2 racing here. Oh, a little bit of a squeeze job there. Brian Ostrike kind of had a lift. Looks like the 77. Who's that in the 77? That's Brandon Carl.
Whoa!
Getting to the outside and getting loose. Like I said, it's so easy to get around, and he goes all the way around and will be playing recovery.
Oh, I took the
And
curb.
another Kenneth Estep also goes around there. I told you, turn 1 is going to be a lot of action today.
Oh, you know what? I hit that little bump. I hit that.
Yeah.
A bump is impossible. Up front, things haven't changed up front. Andrew
If you go
Leach.
too far to the inside, there's a huge bump.
Yes, give me half his body.
There's where he's buried. George Salmon and
Whoa.
Wayne Roberts in third. Joe Antonio
Someone
in
missed
fourth,
a
and
hairpin.
Lonnie Jameson in fifth. And our top 5 have broken away, and it looks like there was a change of position there as well. Tom Dudek moving up into 6th. David Payne right behind him in 7th. Brian Ostrike will be scored in 8th at the line. And there's Andrew White running in 9th
Again,
place.
I love
10th
your
is
paint
Lucho
job.
Martinez. Brandon
Hey.
Carl. I'm looking for where we had one more car. I'm sorry, where's the... No, I missed him. Alright, let's go back up front again. And,
Freebie.
there we go.
Where are you
Andrew
going, Tom?
Leach leading the way. Hold on, bear with me. Bear with me, you guys. I'm going to fix all that right now. Bear with me. We got this. Alright, that should take care of things a bit. That should make things all better. Sorry about that, everybody watching out there in TV land. As the racing continues exciting, my voice has been a little low. I just corrected that. Up front, Andrew Leach. What's his margin right now? It's only 0.7. So 0.7 back, meaning Sandman is well within the draft at this point. This front 2 group is now starting to get a little bit of an advantage over Wayne Roberts, just not quite hanging with him. He's still right there, but falling back a little bit. Joe Antonio staying right with Wayne Roberts. We have a battle for 1-2 and another battle going on for 3-4, and anything can change at any moment in that treacherous turn 1. And don't forget, we have combined scoring between our 2 races. So we have 2 races, a 12-lap race followed by a 24-lap race, with combined scoring on the 2 races. So where you finish in both races will be critical as the racing for this whole top 5 continues on. Still running in 5th is Lonnie Jameson, kind of a little bit in a no man's land at this point, not quite within striking distance of Joe Antonio, and not quite threatened yet by David Payne running P6. Running in 7th is Brian Ostrike, and right here is where we're finding probably the biggest group of cars together. Brian Ostrike in 7th. Morano Jr. recovering now, running in 8th, it looks like. Or is he a lap down? We'll get that scoring at the line.
He's a lap down.
Oh, so he's in 15th, but running strong between Ostrike and Andrew White. Thank you for the during race correction. Tom Dudek running in 9th place. Lucho Martinez rounding out our top 10. Brandon Carl in 11th. Tyson Landis in 12th. 13th is Kenneth Estep. And right behind him is Wouter Van Morik in 14th. And we know Morano Jr. being scored in 15th. A lap down. And here we are back up front. Andrew Leach not getting away from George Sandman any. In fact, it looks like the top 4 have come together. It looks like maybe, if I had to guess, either Andrew White is just kind of saving tires or made a small mistake, and it has grouped up the top 4 just a little bit. So what was a fight for 1-2 followed by a fight for 3-4 is back to a fight for 1-2-3-4. And that leaves Lonnie Jameson just a little bit out of touch still, running P5. Now he's finding himself in a little bit of a no man's land, not really threatened from behind, and at the same time not really making any kind of moves on the guy in front of him, but running strong, P5. Let's take a look at lap times and see how things are comparing at the line. Andrew Leach with a 108.007, a little off, a half second slower than qualifying trim for him, or same setup, qualifying run. That is the one thing I know. I did run a few of the practice races, and the tires really heat up. The more you overdrive this car, the more the tires overheat. The more the tires overheat, the less they perform, and it compromises your braking, and it compromises your front end grip on entry, and it really compromises your exit grip on the rear end, getting traction on exit. That will be a factor in both races. It'll be a much larger factor in second race, doubling the length at 24 laps. So right now we are on lap 6, actually nearly completing lap 6. We'll be about halfway through this first race. Andrew Leach leading. Again, he's kind of built that margin over George Sandman a little bit. And look at Wayne Roberts. Wayne Roberts coming on strong in P3, making a move. 108.196 last time by for Wayne. And starting to catch up to George Sandman. Let's take a look at turn 1 and how these guys get through there. Look at Joa Antonio. Joa Antonio in the 31 car. Joa is away for a long time and has come back and didn't miss a step. One of the fast guys here in the Legends, looking real good in P4 right now, and he's still from his angle. In fact, why don't we go interior view with Joe Antonio in pursuit of our top 3.
Damn it.
I think I'll say this. When my mic is up,
ACC.
they can't hear me, but you can. At this point, you got to really think about the two-race aspect of this event today with combined points. If things just finish the way they stand, looking at this top 4 right now, you're looking at these guys starting from the top 8 positions or inverted grid. And one little mistake somehow trying to get through any of those guys that in theory you should be getting around, and all of a sudden you're finishing in a not so good position. So that is going to be something everyone's going to have to think about. The other thing I will remind you about is the tires. I've run a couple of practice races in this combination, and the tires are really, really a challenge. And the more you can save them, the better off you're going to be on that second half of the race, which right about now on lap 8 is when these guys are going to really start feeling that tire. Some guys who've been over driving are going to start getting really squirrely, and some guys who've been over braking are going to start really not getting the job done and overshooting corners is what I found in this car. So let's go back to TV camera and look at how things have changed out from there between our top drivers. So Joe Antonio still in 4th place. Lonnie Jameson in 5th, and it looks like Lonnie's getting faster each lap and not really losing much ground to these guys at all. I'm going to pull back to a different camera so we can get a little better perspective on distance between things. So again, there's Lonnie Jameson running P5.
John, where'd you go?
There's Lonnie Jameson running P5, Joa Antonio running P4, Wayne Roberts running P3, and George Sandman still P2, and our leader of the race since the very beginning has been Andrew Leach. But the distance between this top 4 has been pretty steady, and to the point that P5 and P6 are both catching up. So if we go back, there's Lonnie Jameson in 5th, and not too far back now is David Payne. I'd say he's been making a little progress each lap. And there's Brian Ostrike also staying with Payne, also bringing P7 along. And Anthony Morano Jr., after that lap 1 incident, is still showing just how strong he is. He's running P15, but he's just sure letting everyone know, see, I'm a top 5 guy, and I'm going to do my best to push Ostrike right into that top 5. It looks like is his game plan at this point. Looking back through the grid a little bit further, P8 is now William Martinez, up 2 spots. He was running in 10th earlier, moved a couple spots up. Tom Dudek was in 9th, so what I see is Tom must have made some mistake, and that is one of the positions that William Martinez picked up. There's Tyson Landis moving his way forward. He's up to 10th now. And Andrew White, he might have been in the other victim of a mistake that or
Turn
Bucho.
2.
Oh, there it is. The honesty train. Here it comes. Andrew White. But that is how Mr. Consistency, William Martinez, is now running in 8th position, looking real strong. 109.009 last time by. Very good laps by William Bucho Martinez. And Brandon Carl, there he is in P12. Looks like he's getting faster each lap. And Kenneth Estep running in 13th, just ahead of Wouter Van Morik. And here we are.
3 spins.
And you've seen it up above, but there is the battle for the lead. Andrew Leach, 108.494 last time by. George Sandman, 108.065 last time by. And they are now bumper to bumper with 1.5 laps to go. And it looks like that Wayne Roberts has been able to get a comfortable gap over Joa Antonio. So our closest battle on the track at this point is for the lead in the race. And they're going to come to the line and get the white flag this time by. And we'll go ahead and watch George Sandman from the big camera, since the little one's already on Andrew Leach. Forgive my trading paints mistake problem issue, but it is what it is. And Andrew Leach gets a little bit wiggly through that corner entry, doesn't hit the bump, gets a good run out of that and into this double chicane section. George Sandman looking for room, looking for anywhere. Combined points can be a factor. One position could be a difference between your overall points in both races. So every position critical now. Looking back, Wayne Roberts has a good gap over Joa Antonio. So it looks like they will finish 3-4. George Sandman looking to the outside, but doesn't make the move. Andrew Leach gets it done under braking, gets a good line off the corner. Sandman looking to the inside. It's going to be a momentum game, and if Sandman can get to the inside, it's a race to the bottom, really, at this point. Pretty hard to go around the outside, and it looks like Andrew Leach is going to bring it to the line, winning heat race or main event number 1. I'm not sure what to call it. And there it is, Andrew Leach winning the race, George Sandman in 2nd. Wayne Roberts coming in 3rd, Joe Antonio 4th, and here comes Lonnie Jameson, a strong 5th. David Payne in 6th, Brian Ostrike in 7th. William Martinez and Tom Dudek racing the line with Bucho getting the advantage, finishing in 9th. Dudek in 10th, and sideways finish.
That was great.
Tyson Landis in 10th. Uh-oh. There we go.
Tyson was all over the place.
A little confusing with 2 Andrews on the track, huh, Sean?
Great. Yeah, great racing, you guys. That was awesome. So, the inverted grid is going to look like this. Starting on the point is going to be William Bucho Martinez.
Uh-oh.
William Martinez. So we do have a 15-minute break, everybody. We have 15-minute warm-up. You can get out there on track and warm up, or you can just take care of your needs, but we'll have about a 15-minute break before we get to race number 2. So let's see here. Starting on the pole will be William Bucho Martinez. Starting P2 on the outside, Brian Ostrike. Starting P3 on the inside second row will be David Payne, with Lonnie Jameson starting to the outside P4. Joe Antonio, what happened in scoring there? Joa?
What do you mean?
Didn't you finish 4th?
Yep.
Oh, because I'm going backwards. Duh. God, Sean. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Okay. Yeah. So, okay, good idea, Devin. Good idea. I'm going to do that right now. I don't have space for this right now, but we're going to do this.
What's that? The engine's hurt? I can't start from the pole? Is that what happened?
Should I do it a couple times? Hey Elvis, how you doing? All right, that should do it, right? Okay, let's. No, there's no real way to. Well, we can see if anyone else is on track. Nope, just that guy. Okay, so we do have. Do it again, just for good measure. I believe it's working. I should double check that too.
You coming out on the track with us, Sean?
I'm just trying to make sure paints are loaded. Lonnie, are you in a yellow? Is that a trading paints? Here, I was gonna see if trading paints.
Yeah.
Are you in yellow and gold and black?
No, it's black with blue flames.
Oh, jeez. All right, let me make sure trading paints is loaded. Yeah, it is. What if we kill trading paints and rerun it?
Yeah.
Kill it with fire.
Oh, that Woody. I see Wooter's Woody. So
Wooter's Woody.
so that means that I think we got it.
Demonetized.
There it is. We got it. We got it sorted. All right. Awesome. Awesome. Thank you, Devin. Good idea. Good thought. All right. That gives me a few minutes to fill my coffee, go to the bathroom, and what are we at? We still have 10 minutes, actually, so there's no hurry or rush on anything. I just, the reason... the reason we have a long break is I did this myself, and it was rough. So 12 followed by 12:24 was rough. So anyway, the 15-minute break is there for the driver's benefit.
Yep. Good. I appreciate it. 24, not so much. Next race is going to be tire savings.
Ooh, take a picture.
Who is ART? It would be my question. But hold that thought, though, Elvis. I'm stepping away. I got to go to the bathroom real quick. We have 10 minutes until our 24-lap race with our inverted grid. I'm not sure I got through the grid. Let's just make sure we did. William Martinez will start on the pole. Brian Ostrike second. David Payne third. Lonnie Jameson fourth.
God.
Joa Antonio fifth. Wayne Roberts sixth. George Sandman seventh. And Andrew Leach, the winner of heat race number 1, will start in 8th. Tom Dudek starts in 9th, with Tyson Landis starting in 10th. Alright, I'll be right back, everybody. I don't have any of my commercials on here. I'm working on a new one. Ooh, did you see? What's that? I don't know what that is. Alright, I'll be right back. I want to go see what's going on with my brother and everything else.
And around goes the Woody.
Doop-de-doop.
Woody goes round and round.
The old smokescreen tactic.
That only works in Batman.
Oh, damn it.
Batman and like a Mario Kart style racing game.
Mm. It might work better after the new build. Improved smoke effects.
Oh,
Who knows what that means?
that's what we needed.
Less FPS means that means less FPS.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Oh, I thought that was about the fill. That wasn't a fill update? Improved smoke effects?
Yep.
Okay there.
Anyone buying Hockenheim?
Not
I don't
until I
know.
need it.
If we end up doing a race on there that I can make it to, then yeah. Otherwise, no.
Has anything been confirmed that if you already own the regular Bristol, do you still have to buy the dirt Bristol?
Nope.
No.
Or how does it come with it?
PayPal me the $10.
So it is a pre-track for people that already own it.
Yeah.
Except for anyone with the name White at the end and Andrew at the beginning.
Shut up.
Or Canadian.
Oh, jeez.
Man. I got a
You'd
friend
get
that
drunk drinking that non-alcoholic beer, I tell you.
If your
I
name
gotta-
is Andrew, you get the grass version.
I have a friend. His name is also Andrew White.
Uh-oh. Is he inside your head?
There's two
No.
of them.
He lives
Only
up in
40 Irish,
Michigan.
and there's 13 of them.
Apparently, yeah.
The other Andrew I know, he lives up in Michigan.
That's hard to believe. Not that there's someone else named Andrew White that you have a friend.
Well, the funny thing is, he's also into RC like I am and sim racing.
No.
Does he look like you?
No,
Okay.
And you actually see him, right?
Without
Yeah.
looking in the mirror.
he went to UNOH. That's why he was in my area.
You race together?
No, I haven't. He does more. I'm not sure if he does more bashing than racing.
Uh-huh.
So he's saying he's a shitty RC driver.
No.
Does more kit bashing?
Kid bashing, what's that?
That's when you take multiple model kits and put them together.
Oh, I thought you said kid.
Oh.
Well,
No,
he is
ask
from
Sean
Michigan,
about
so we
kid
don't know.
bashing. Mm-hmm.
Get a little sideways there, Lonnie.
A lot sideways. Here, I'll just cut through here. And
I saw you snap hard left.
yeah.
George is on the track. Just watch him.
That's what I'm doing.
Oh, okay.
Seems to be the same lines and everything that I do, but he just does it better.
Yeah. I figured I was taking some sort of line wrong, but
Oh.
I must be over driving it still.
They're smooth. That's what it is.
You have to go by the engine noise. See what the difference is.
Which you can't really do in iRacing because it doesn't show right.
Yeah. The one update they do need is improving the tire sounds and variety of tire sounds.
Yeah.
To tell you what the tires are actually doing. They don't do
Or
it.
actually, or maybe you could feel what the cars are doing.
Oh my
Yeah.
god!
It's asking a lot.
You mean like 360 hertz physics?
Yeah, there's an idea.
Or even 120 or
Oh,
I don't know.
anything more than 60 would be nice, yeah.
Yeah. But if they did that, then we can only have 3 cars on the track, you know.
Yeah, that's true. And only 3 tires.
Yeah.
And put the 4th tire on there.
Be those tip over vehicles.
Mm-hmm. We'd all be driving those super vans, yeah.
Oh well. Is what it is.
Yeah. Maybe EA will buy them.
Oh gosh.
Uh-oh. I'll get Ubisoft to buy them and
There you go. It'll be open world iRacing.
Yep. It'll be open world. You have to drive from track to track.
Yeah.
Yeah.
With the truck, a trailer.
Yep.
Oh,
Yeah.
Josh would be happy, wouldn't he? Oh.
Yep. And you'll have a
train
pistol.
if it's really far
You
away.
just have Josh drive the speed.
And you'll have at least 3 weapons. You get to choose 3 weapons with you,
It
just
gives
in
me an
case.
idea. Callum, we have to do that in the crew from Laguna Seca to Sebring.
Whoa.
They're both in the game.
Yeah.
Really bad, but
All right.
they're in the game.
All right, you guys. It is almost race time. So if
First
I'm
we're
going to
gonna
talk
get
louder,
ready.
am I too loud now? Or is it okay?
Like,
Are we
Laguna Seca
okay?
and the
Are we
crew is
okay?
literally, like,
This
flat
is probably
Google
how I'll
Earth
call the
image.
action.
And really white and
See, guys are actually out there practicing right now.
Well, that's because it's made in Finland.
We'll be
So-
all confused by paint jobs for a little
ivory
while.
towers in Finland.
That makes a lot of sense why they're always
Actually-
fitting railroad crossings at all the train. At
Actually,
all
no,
the train
that's that motorcycle one's in Finland. I forget where the
Okay.
crew's made.
I'm ready.
It's somewhere in England because it's got all like fucking British railroad crossings at all the train tracks.
Well, okay. Yeah, Trials is Finland. That's what it is.
All right, you guys. I just want to thank you once again for all being part of the patron team. And it was an exciting race to broadcast, and I think this one will be a fun one as well. Fun car, fun track. Saw some great driving and great racing out there, and have a good second race, everyone.
I will not.
You refuse?
Tell me what.
I refuse.
Absolutely not. Okay, so I need to make sure I have all my cameras in order. Starting with the picture-in-picture, and make sure we are on the leader. Which
Oh, spicy
Will-
Martinez.
probably take until it'll, William Bucho Martinez, number 72, Tabasco.
Oh boy.
The Tabasco fiasco.
No pressure.
And there we go. That looks all good to go. All right.
Yeah, have a good one, guys.
Just
And
move
then-
to the right. We'll be fine.
Here we
Good
are.
luck.
So, at the grid, 15 to go. The Porsche's going to lead him out. Oh, someone's still not on the grid.
It's that Sean Cole guy.
Nope, number 2. Who's that?
Oh, that's me. I know number 2. Bro, O-Strike. Where's O-Strike? O-Strike?
Uh,
Oh, shenanigans. That reeks of shenanigans.
he
So-
could be getting lucky right now, I'm just saying.
Yeah, they are,
It wasn't
Terry.
such a quickie.
Ah, dang it.
All
I
right.
went pee and missed the start by 1 second.
Oh, no.
You weren't as quick as you thought you would be, huh?
15 minutes
I
and you
guess
missed it
not.
by 1 second. That's brutal. William Martinez is going to take him out, and Wayne Roberts is going to move
Ooh.
up to P2.
Who's he taking out?
No.
Oh,
Lonnie Jameson. I'm sorry. Lonnie Jameson is going to be starting in P2. And if we can.
Oh,
get
hit that bump.
Looks like.
Nasty.
Oh, no, come on. Come on.
Oh, great, I got Sam Brandon Carl right
It's really
next to me.
confused my thing. There it is. David Payne
Oh.
is starting P3.
Hey, what are you doing?
Line's right next to me.
Oh, you're
Oh
right.
boy.
Get up here.
This is scary.
But things to
Yes,
look
it
out
is.
for. There
Dude,
is.
at least experience guy starting over.
I give this a 50-50 chance of,
Being a burger.
yeah.
Under 7 cars.
So just don't wait for the green. Go when. As soon
I'm
as
just
you
gonna pass
want.
the pace car
As soon
right
as
now.
the car
so I can
pulls
just get
Yeah,
over with.
do it.
All right, my over under 6.5. Yeah, make it turn 1.
We don't want to. We don't want
No.
another new Smyrna. Big one.
This is a rare
Well, Mark
opportunity
tried
in racing when you get to hear the chat of the nervous drivers as they get ready. 24 laps. The tires will be a factor. Positions will be a factor. The inverted grid will be a factor. All right now.
Your bladder will be a factor.
I just took care of business there.
Misdirection will be a fact too.
I'm going to keep my eyes on this number 16 machine of Andrew Leach, the rust bucket, starting
That's a
on the
nice
outside.
Vasco car there. Go.
Also,
Yeah.
Joa Antonio is going to be one to keep your eye on, starting in the mid-pack. George Sandman in the 8 machine. You
I'm
wanna
not there to
keep
take you out, Joa.
your eyes on him
Thank you.
as we get ready to go green. Whoop. Other way, Sean. Whoop.
Oh
Actually,
no!
it's not a bad one to leave it, but I missed the start. And it looks like a clean run into one this time. Buccio getting out front. And let's see here. There we go. There's Buccio out front, leading the way. Good job by him, getting a good jump on the green and a good jump on Lonnie Jameson running P2. Looks like David Payne in P3, and somebody off into the infield a little bit under control, and Wayne Roberts running P4, and Joe Antonio running P5 with a whole mirror full of Andrew Leach
Oh, come on.
with George Sandman right behind him. All right, let's go back up front. We do have Lonnie Jameson running in second, William Buccio Martinez running in first, and David Payne right behind him. And then this inverted grid, it's just like that. Except Brian Ostrike missing from this group and having to start at the rear, missing the start. Not a good way to start this one, especially since everyone got a pretty clean run and things are underway. And completing lap 1, it will be William Buccio Martinez leading the way. Lonnie Jameson going a little wide. David Payne looking to the inside and then kind of checks up. Wayne Roberts just kind of having to wait for that to settle out, running in fourth. Joe Antonio trying to catch up. That group, you can kind of see a little separation that happened at the beginning of the race. And now you've got Joe Antonio with Andrew Leach and George Sandman right behind. On the charge, you could even say Tyson Landis taking advantage of that inverted grid right behind Sandman at this point. Moving up a spot, looks like, running P8. We did have one miss to start. Oh,
Lock up, lock up, lock up.
Joe Antonio, something happened there.
That was not me.
Yeah, sorry,
Well,
Joe.
somebody stopped on the outside too.
All right, let's see what happened there. Joe Antonio coming in to
No
break
worries,
it.
man.
And, oh, little tap there by Leach, and around he goes. Unfortunate. Unfortunate for Joa. And he collects things, and it looks like no damage of any kind, but he did drop a whole bunch of spots. And was running in P5, looking real strong in the race so far. All right, let's go back up front, and William Martinez now in the fight with Lonnie Jameson. So now it's that top 4. After that bump, we lost Joe Antonio, who is running in 5th. And our top 4 all very close together. You can see multiple different lines through that first corner. And Buccio taking his choice line, leaving everybody else picking up the leftovers.
Forgot to shift.
Whoa,
Great
when that
race
happens.
here.
Holy
1,
shit.
2, 3, 4. Martinez, Jameson, Payne, Roberts. Roberts looking to be inside of Payne. There it is. They're side by side through this tricky section.
Yeah.
And coming here into braking, it's going to be even more. Roberts checks up, looking for a little inside-outside move. And not quite carrying enough momentum, but it does put him back into that same running order of Martinez, Jameson, Payne, Roberts. With, oh, there we go. There's Buccio William Bucho Martinez coming to the line. Lap 3 of 24. Still. Oh, thank you, Marco. Oh my God. Nobody corrected me on audio. That's how focused and concentrated everybody is. Bucho still in that order, so luckily the order is still corresponded. We see Payne looking to the inside and Jameson this time by. And that's going to put them side by side through this section, and that's going to be much to the delight of Martinez if he is watching his mirrors, but he's running so consistent. I don't think he's looking in his mirrors at all. He's got a comfortable gap, and let these guys out behind him race it out. Looking back through the grid, see how things have progressed. Something must have happened to Leach, because at this point, Sandman is in 5th position. Morano in 6th after that tough start in the first race. Andrew White was running in, 7th place. And that puts Leach, who was in 8th, now in 9th. So we missed a whole bunch of shenanigans that went on there. Go ahead and keep going through the grid. At this point, Brandon Carl running in 9th. Caleb McLeod running in 10th with Tom Dudek running 11th. Joe Antonio recovered, now running 12th, trying to move his way back through the grid. Tyson Landis must have had something go wrong for him at some point. He's back to 14th at this point. Wouter Van Morik running in 14th. We're getting some crisscross scoring at this point. And Kenneth Estep running in 15th.
I didn't want to hold you up, Andrew.
And Brian Ostrike back in 16th. Ooh, that was a lot to get through. Looking back up front, things are tightening up. Bucho Martinez still leading the way with Jameson right behind him. David Payne right behind him. Wayne Roberts right behind him. And George finished in 2nd in the first race. Sandman running in 5th place.
I bet George is saving his tires for later.
That would probably be smart. Bucho is looking to not let any draft happen at all. And getting out of the way, not letting anybody get an advantage as he now takes it out on lap number 6. David Payne looking to the inside and hits the bump. He runs over
There's a bump?
And yeah, there's a bump there, and you hit it.
And hopper body.
Yeah. Oh, Sandman looking to make a move on Roberts. That won't be easy, though. Wayne Roberts has been patiently waiting in 4th. One of the stronger guys in practice or qualifying.
Damn it.
And Jameson looks like he made a mistake. And that's going to let everybody bunch up. Bucho Martinez just getting away from everybody now. As we see him side by side in the final corner where we've seen things go wrong. Everybody seems to leave enough room, but it only slowed the whole group down with Payne on the outside, now making the pass into 2nd place.
That was scary.
Jameson will now be in 3rd. Sandman up to 4th, and Roberts is falling back to 5th. And here comes Anthony. Where does he get those toys? Batman Morano Jr. running in 6th. Andrew Leach recovering from his moments. He had a few with that tap with Joe. I'm not sure what happened. He might have just had another moment after that. I'm not sure. But he is now back up to 7th and catching this group, which is now really from 2nd place all the way back to 7th, nose to tail, with William Bucho Martinez. Just getting away from everybody, running all alone. Out front, ran a 108.7. He's not lighting the world on fire, but his consistency can't be beaten, and the fighting going on only working to his advantage. David Payne, after passing Lonnie Jameson, getting a few car lengths, which isn't much in these little tiny Legends cars, but he does have a slight gap over Lonnie Jameson, who is back to 3rd. George Sandman patiently just picking them off one by one. Started P7 after one car didn't make the grid. And now, P6, I believe, if my memory serves correctly. And now up to P4 and try to close the gap between him and Jameson. Up ahead of him, Wayne Roberts, P5, just hanging on. Just, all right, I'll follow George Sandman, one of the best in all of sim racing. Why not follow him? The only problem is I try to follow his line, and here comes the sneaky Anthony Morano Jr. looking to my inside, forcing us 2 by 2 through this narrow section. Not a lot of room for even the little Legends side by side here, but they do stay side by side. Morano hits the bump, And here comes Leach just going, all right, you guys fight. I'm just going to go cruising around the outside, being smooth and fast as he picks up Wayne Roberts there. And a good job of picking up 5th spot by Andrew Leach. I'm sorry, 6th spot, I'm sorry. Forgive me. Forgive my scoring there. 4th, 5th, 6th. Yeah, 6th place there. So let's look back up front. William Martinez maintaining great laps, getting faster each lap. We talked about tire wear. Not if you're smooth and cool like William Martinez, because he's being good on those tires. Getting quicker each lap until that time by a 109. I think that's the slowest lap he's run, just as I'm complimenting him. A little bit of fall off there, maybe a little slight mistake that could have cost him a couple of tenths. And let's make sure we're live. I don't know what happened there. There must be a button on my keyboard that hits me backwards. It's not helping anything on the stream here. Lap 9 of 24. We are just getting into the... Oh, Buccio getting sideways. I was just about to say, we're getting to that moment where the tires do start to get hot. And if you're too strong on the gas pedal, you're going to get loose just like Buccio did there. And if you're too strong on the brake, you're going to get lock up and force yourself long in the corner as well. Now we have a fight for the lead heating up between David Payne and William Martinez. Martinez has led since the drop of the green flag. We are finishing lap 9. We'll be on lap 10 of 12. And our battle looks like, looking back, George Sandman has made a move and picked up that 3rd spot. Can he make it stick? Jameson is going to try to stay with him. And sure enough, here comes Anthony Morano Jr. to the inside. Looking to pick up and move into 5th position here. Got to watch out for the bump, though. And it looks like he's done a good job of doing that, staying with Sandman. So some fast drivers starting to move up into threatening position at this point in time. And here comes Andrew Leach. You got to feel bad for Jameson right now. Out there trying to run and running good laps, but here they come one by one. Some of the best in this race. And they are not... Well, they're showing some patience, but it's got to be unnerving to just constantly have them show up one after another like this. But Wayne Roberts, here he comes on the brakes. Definitely leaving a little extra room there. I think he understands he's braking later than others after that tap with Joe Antonio earlier in the race. All right, let's get back up to the front. Martinez still leading the way, 10 laps into the race. He actually has kind of increased that gap. David Payne wasn't really able to make any big moves on him. Here comes George Sandman, and if you look at the distance between our top 4, this is what I promised you at the beginning of the race. These cars are really fun to drive, and it makes for some great battles, because one little mistake closes up the gap just like that. And you can see right now our top 6 are actually top 7 are all very close together, and this is going to remain like this probably through the end of the race, just the way these things work. George Sandman gets into the side of David Payne, and both of them go around. I don't think it was enough to do any real damage, but the main damage being position, because both of them lost a bunch of spots. They both seem to be underway, with David Payne getting the better of the two as far as recovery goes, but he's going to be dropped back behind Joe Antonio, who is in 10th, so that puts David Payne back to 11th place. Let's go backward through our top 10. Looking at Brandon Carl in 9th, Andrew White in 8th, Wayne Roberts in 7th, and this is where you begin that battle for the lead. Starts here with Wayne Roberts, Lonnie Jameson, Andrew Leach, Anthony Morano Jr., and William Buccio Martinez leading the race. It looks like there's another... Morano Jr. has moved into 2nd, so we missed something there. But here comes Anthony Morano Jr. Looking at this, going to really be quite the battle. Morano Jr. making up some big ground there, right to the bumper now of Buccio Martinez. Lap number 12. At the completion of this lap, we'll be halfway through the race. Buccio's done a great job, but it looks like those rear tires are getting a little twitchy on him. And what do you know? Leach now into 3rd spot as these two battle for the lead. Morano to the inside. Oh, contact there. And it takes them both to the inside and into the wall. Oh, that is most unfortunate there. And what is the real advantage goes to... Why can I never find names when I'm looking at them this way? It's the two Andrews thing. There we go. Andrew Leach starting lap 13 and going from third spot to first spot just in the blink of an eye as 1 and 2 get together. Lonnie Jameson back in second place again. Oh, there we go. And Wayne Roberts in third. And now Leach has got a big advantage, or the biggest advantage we've seen in a while from the leader, as he stretches his legs as the battle for second place now heats up between Lonnie Jameson and Wayne Roberts. And keeping it together is going to be part of the race. Like I said, tires going to be a factor, and these little contacts are going to be a factor, have been a factor here today as well. Andrew White just avoiding some traffic, running consistent laps, and finds himself running in fourth position. Brandon Carl running P5. Joe Antonio, after that early incident, all the way back up to P6. Tom Dudek running in seventh position right now, followed pretty closely behind by Tyson Landis. George Sandman, after that, he's in 10th. Kayla McLeod is in 9th. I think it's going to be a reversal of position. He'll now be in 10th. And Wouter Van Moort going to be scored in 11th position, followed by William Martinez after that unfortunate moment. Did such a great job at the whole first half of this race. Now in 12th place. David Payne also after a problem back in now 14th. Morano Jr. in 13th. Actually, that's a reverse of position there. And I believe that was Brian Ostrike right behind them now in the fight with Morano Jr. So if you guys just kind of trying to lick their wounds and make a comeback. Let's go back up front. Whoops. And up front. That's wrong scoring still. Come on. There it is. Andrew Leach. Sorry about that, everybody. Andrew Leach.
Let's see, look out.
Increasing that gap. Sitting up front at this point. Time to buy at the line. Blah, blah, blah. Words are hard. Come on, Sean. What is my... Here we go. I got it sorted there. Andrew Leach now with a 1.3 second advantage over Lonnie Jameson. And we do have a battle for second between Lonnie Jameson and Wayne Roberts.
Oh, don't hit Jimmy Hoffa's body.
In fact, now would be a good time to go in the car with Wayne Roberts and let me cool my pipes.
Commercial break. This commercial brought you by the 3 wide.
Oh, Jameson gets really loose on entry. A lot of brake lock up. Wayne Roberts getting to the inside, which is a huge advantage here going into the banking. And in fact, he has already taken over that second spot.
That was just a matter of time.
So Lonnie Jameson back to third. Wayne Roberts now in second. But that's still one of the better battles. Joe Antonio has gotten around Andrew White and is now going to be scored here in fourth position. Great job of Joe Antonio just recovering and then just getting on the move, driving by and picking up drivers one by one each lap. Andrew White in fifth, having a great run today. Brandon Carl in sixth. Tom Dudek. So all sorts of fighting here for fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, and eighth.
Oh, we all just
at
got
this point, and everybody just went off the track wide.
Oh shit!
And Tyson Landis
Well,
is in this mix running in eighth, and George Sandman in
get all 4 tires off that
ninth position.
That curb there, you get a force cut.
This is going to take a little while to sort on the points when all is said and done, I do believe. Okay, oh, we have a good fight there. Landis trying to make a move. Looking for a way around Tom Dudek right ahead of him. All right, let's get back up. Oh, there we go. There we go. Sorry about that, everybody. I'm not the best cameraman in the world. Andrew Leach leading the way, and we'll take a look at that gap. Yep, things are increasing at this point. 1.7 second advantage over Wayne Roberts, who has now built up a little bit of a margin. So after all that action up front, things have sorted themselves out a little bit, and our 1, 2, 3 pretty much found themselves all with a little bit of room around them now. Leading the charge to come back and get these guys is Joe Antonio. We are now into the danger zone on tires. Those who've abused are not going to have much left, and those who have done their best to be smooth are going to be able to just keep cruising along at a comfortable pace and probably increasing gaps over the guy behind him or easily making passes. It'll be the haves and the have-nots when you're talking about individual battles coming down the stretch here. We are on lap 17 of 24. And again, Joe Antonio running in 4th place. Andrew White in 5th. In 6th, not too far back, Brandon Carl. Tyson Landis right behind him in 7th. I thought we were missing one. And now there's... Oh, did you see that shot of the pace car? That's some great camera work. Thank you, everybody. Let's go back to the lead again. Andrew Leach up front, looking pretty unbeatable at this point. I can see some changes of position still happening. It's going to be really hard for some of the faster guys to catch Leach at this point with the amount of distance. But you see that, you see him getting a little bit squirrely there. And those are the kind of moments. And the other is we've seen guys make mistakes in turn 1. And I will tell you, it happens to the best of the best at the most unexpected moments. And if you go all the way around, obviously, it's going to be tough to recover.
How did I get a course cut?
That's a great question that I cannot answer. Wayne Roberts running in 2nd place. In 3rd is Lonnie Jameson, as we do come down the stretch, and Joe Antonio protecting that low line. Andrew White raced against Andrew White, and he's protecting a slowdown. It looks like Andrew White looking to make a move. They are now side by side, fighting for 4th spot into turn 1. Leach to the inside, Joa to the outside. And Leach gets his nose ahead and gets through there pretty clean.
Andrew White.
And it looks he now has... I'm sorry, Andrew White. Thank you. How could I make that mistake? I know the difference.
I think we all got course cuts there because I took the exact same line they did, and I got like a 1 second course cut.
So at this point, Andrew White making that pass after Joe Antonio getting the cut, slow down, and not being able to defend the position. So Andrew White now in P4. Joe Antonio now making a looking everywhere. I think we're going to stay with this action up front. I don't think much has changed. It looks like Wayne Roberts is doing a good job of staying with Leach, but not gaining enough room to be in striking distance. That could be one of those saving tire things. You go as fast as you need to go in these cars when you can. But there are times when you don't have that luxury, and you've got to push, and you look at the battle here between White and Antonio, and you know both of these guys are running at 11 tenths, because we're on lap 20 of only 24, and every position will matter when it comes down to the combined points between the two races. Antonio looking to make a move, looking to force a mistake. White doing a pretty good job of keeping his line together and carrying some momentum into this faster part of the infield section. Goes very wide there. Antonio gets all the way beside him now. They're going to go side by side into the carousel with Antonio having to kind of check up. And look at that. George Sandman just kind of comes out of nowhere right into 5th position again. Yeah, he took advantage of some bad lines, some missed lines, and some battles, and a lot of twitchiness under braking by Andrew White.
Twitchy.
Yeah, you saw that, and Sandman with a perfect line onto the backstretch, or onto the banking, I should say. And look at Antonio using that draft to help him, and using that low line protection to slip by White. Good movement, good heads-up move there by Joe Antonio. White battling back on the inside, looking real low. That's going to be somewhat desperate coming from that position there, as it looks like Sandman and Joe Antonio are going to get away, and White actually losing maybe a little bit of momentum with that move and putting himself in his own threat as Tyson Landis closing up onto the bumper. It is just so tight. You see guys getting loose everywhere. And I don't want to forget about what's going on up front. That battle's great, but let's look up front.
That battle ain't nothing.
Andrew Leach, the gap is actually decreasing each lap down to 1.2 seconds at this point. 109.747. Last time by from Andrew Leach, 109.7. Well, that's pretty darn close, isn't it? By Wayne Roberts. The top two, though, they do battle on. Lap 21 of 24. Lonnie Jameson kind of not really staying with them, but not at much threat. And this point pretty much has locked up lap 3, except for in position third. But here comes George Sandman running fourth, already increasing the gap slightly over Joe Antonio, who is still fighting with Andrew White, who just won't go away. He just won't keep pestering Joe Antonio as they fight now for 5th position. George Sandman, 109.594 last time by, 110.7 for Lonnie Jameson. Let's look at the gap between the two, and it looks like about a 4-second gap. You're going to have to do the math. I can't do that kind of math on the fly. Let's make sure we're live. We are. And Andrew Leach leading the way. P1 at this point. Wayne Roberts right behind him, though. This is going to heat up. Wayne really pushing hard. It'll come down to just small mistakes as the tire wear gets unbearable. Lap 22 of 24 laps. So this time by will be the beginning of the 23rd or second to last lap. I already need another swig of my not sponsored by Dr. Pepper. 2 to go, Marco.
I'm gonna follow you for a little bit, Joe. Try to break away.
Wayne Roberts.
I bomb him, you pussy.
Now the gap is 1.0. 1.0. 1 second. He picked up 2 more tenths with a lap and a half to go. Lonnie Jameson alone in third, but here comes George Sandman. Joe Antonio not too far back, and Andrew White right behind. Tyson Landis running P7. P8 is Tom Dudek as they fight for that 7th spot. Brandon Carl, P9, and Brian Ostrike, P10. And looking back to the final 2 times onto the backstretch for Andrew Leach. Wayne Roberts getting closer each lap. Is Wayne Roberts getting faster, or is Andrew Leach just doing some serious tire management? But he is getting it, letting it get very close. If that is the case, it was a 1 second gap last time by. It'll be white flag 1 time, 1 lap to go for Andrew Leach as he crosses the line here with Wayne Roberts right in second. And it's down another 2 tenths, but at that rate, he's not going to catch him. 8 tenths of a second back. The difference is now he's getting some draft. Now he can really see him. Now he can even see if there's a small mistake that goes on. Looking through the order real quick, Lonnie Jameson, George Sandman, Joa Antonio are our top 5 on our final lap. And we watch the battle for the lead heat up. Wayne Roberts in the red and white car. Andrew Leach in the rusty old 16. But it's on the move. They're both on the move. The gap gets smaller with each corner. But he's still a 4 car lengths. You see Wayne Roberts get real sideways, pushing things, under braking. He might have made an advantage on the entry of the corner, but it didn't help him on the exit because Andrew Leach carried a ton of momentum onto the backstretch and is actually going to make it so there's going to be no contest at the line. Here he goes, winning the February Patron Appreciation Race. Andrew Leach with an amazing, amazing run. He was all through the grid. He was all through the top 10 at various different points in this race and just kept on the charge, kept making the passes, kept waiting for the opportunities and the doors to open, and sure enough, he brings it home, and I think it's pretty much in the bag. So our first race he won, and our second race he won. So our patron combined points trophy winner is none other than Andrew Leach at Phoenix International
Yeah,
Raceway
sorry again, Joe, for
Vintage.
the touch at the hairpin.
That was so
Good race.
awesome.
Oh, no
That
problem.
was so
man,
awesome.
No problem at all.
Wow.
Good
So
race, Joe.
really, really good race. You
Fun,
guys,
Andrew.
you guys put on such a great show. I gotta tell you, that was just really, really fun to watch. Great racing all the way through the grid. I saw people dealing with some lap after lap of some guys that are, you know they're faster than you, and you just did everything you could to hold them off. And I applaud all of you on how much you kept it together in a really tough car. It was just great, great fun to watch, and congratulations to all of you guys. So let's go through the top 5 and top 10 real quick.
That
Andrew
was fun.
Leach winning the race. Wayne Roberts finishing in second. Lonnie Jameson, great job hanging on to P3 there. George Sandman in 4th. Joe Antonio 5th. Andrew White in 6th. Tyson Landis finishing in 7th place. Thomas Dudek in 8th place. Brandon Carl in 9th. And Brian Ostrike rounding out our top 10 with David Payne, Wouter Van Morik, Kayla McLeod, Kenneth Estep, William, I feel so bad for you, Bucho Martinez, finishing P15, Anthony Morano Jr., tough day for him as well, finishing in 16th place. But that's going to do it for at least the grid there. And again, Bucho, what a great run. I want to congratulate William Martinez on an amazing run today. I don't know if he feels great or good or bad, but I got to tell you, Bucho, you were amazing today, and my compliments to you. So you should be really, really proud of what you did.
Blast. I had fun.
Yeah, dude, that had to not be
Good
easy.
job.
That was awesome.
The most laps I
job,
ever run in my racing ever in a live race.
Dude, it was spectacular. I loved it.
Also like to shout out Lonnie there for coming 5th and 3rd in both races.
Yeah, Lonnie.
Good job, Lonnie.
Lonnie,
Yeah.
really,
I don't know
really,
what happened.
You were amazing today as well. Thank you, Joa. Yeah.
Thank
George Sandman was fast, finished 4th in this race, 2nd in the first race.
Where's my $100 for taking out George?
So yeah. Anyway, all right. Well, you know what? It's been my trophy printing weekend. So now I can put one more on the desk and get all these knocked out, hopefully immediately. So yeah, really, really awesome. Great race, you guys. Great fun. Made for a great stream. I wish I was better at being a announcer, cameraman, and director all at the same time, but
So do we, Sean.
with
so
my
do we.
with my resources, that's the best you get. What can I say? So
I tried to get you there, Joe, but the last couple laps were really sketchy with the tires.
Oh yeah, my tires are completely worn, man. Think about it. I had to come back all that way.
I thought I could catch you, but that final hairpin, I was like, whoa.
Yeah.
Good racing,
My
guys.
tires
Thank
are
you.
shot.
I wheel hopped that last corner on the hairpin there, and I almost freaking spun it out.
That was a lot more fun than I thought it was going to be.
Oh, I wish I didn't
No,
miss
they're fun
that
cars.
start.
all right.
Yeah.
So I think we are
Hey,
gonna
Joe,
go
what do
here.
you have
Let's
to
go
say
ahead and
about
bring
being-
their chat
having
off
that
real
beer
quick.
beforehand?
So again, I hope you enjoyed the show. I'm here today again to make the Simpit Patron group the Real Star Today show. This group supports the show. Without that support, it just I honestly we just wouldn't have as good a show. We wouldn't be able to do what we do. So it's really important to me to make them the star show, just to be able to honor them. Not everybody can be here. We had 17 drivers out here today, so not all of our pit crew, all of our patron pit crew could be here. But it is here just to honor those guys and to have a lot of fun. So we accomplished all those goals. I hope you enjoyed the show. I had a good time. Usually that means that you have a good time or enjoyed it as well. But that's going to do it for this one. Thank you so much for watching. This is the Simpit. I'm Sean Cole, and I'll see you on the track.